I'm Stephen Garrett. Really well practiced at public speaking, so you have to bear with me. I write a food blog called Good Food in a Crap Kitchen, and I guess you can roll it video because that's about my intro. I started writing the blog in this kind of crap kitchen in 2008, and like many of my obsessions, it was actually initially very short-lived, and by the end of the year I'd kind of given it up because it just seemed like far too much hard work, and I kind of slowly forgot about it. But that didn't stop me from reading, and I discovered a lot of blogs by chefs and people interested in food technology. It kind of opened me up to a whole new way of thinking about food, kind of the technique and experimenting. I was completely hooked, and it's like a gateway drug, and it got me onto people like Hervé Tees and Harold McGee, and I started trying new things like this is caramelized carrot soup, encapsulated. So these are like a collection of photos which social media have kind of inspired me to create. It's either professionals kind of spitballing their ideas or people putting photos of their finished plates. It's kind of opened me up to some great ideas, even simple things like rhubarb. Not every idea should be pursued though. Some curly ones come through, like bay leaf simple syrup, which it makes an interesting martini as long as you're after something quite meaty and savoury. And after a lot of testing, I was convinced I liked it. So I succumbed to obsessions quite easily, and this was an innocent tweet about Kaikem eggs, and I had no idea what they were, but with the immediacy of Twitter, I was able to find out how to make them, what they were, and it's the egg cured for 3 weeks in salt brine, and the hard-boiled served with chilies as a side to a hot curry. This isn't just an egg on a bench, it's a pressure-cooked Hermione egg. It caramelizes the white under the high pressure and temperatures. It makes it quite giblety flavors. It's very tasty. It wasn't the end of the obsession with eggs. There were dried yolks, miso cured, 64-degree eggs. And the piece, so this is confit garlic, which is the result of one piece of kit I was convinced to buy, which was the pressure cooker, or convinced my partner to buy me, I should say, for my birthday. It's an invaluable piece of equipment I found in my kitchen. This is a dish which started me on multi-day preps. This one's relatively short. It only took about 2 or 3 days to make. It's marrow removed from the bone, soaked in salted water for a few days, coated in flour, pan-fried in butter, and served with some capers and pickled onions. It's a lot of time, but it's worth it. Underneath my stairs have turned into a bit of a horror scene from time to time. I'm a man who likes bacon, and I found out how easy it was to make. Getting over using sodium nitrate, which is a deadly poison, was harder work than making the bacon itself. So curing madness took over. It's not a bad thing. Homemade is far superior to store-bought, but I wasn't content with just bacon. This is duck prosciutto cured with Sichuan pepper. There are a lot. Oh, sorry. That was a rather short one. Anyway, I have a hard time stopping ideas. It does tend to be overkill on effort. I thought for some reason sous vide pears with brandy butter would be a good idea. It was a good idea. I just had to stare at a thermometer for 3 hours to make sure that the water didn't reach above 75 degrees. And I must point out, my partner doesn't like blue cheese, so this was just for me. So total overkill on time and effort. It was damn tasty, but I have a severe problem telling my brain no, and I doubt that will ever change. So most nights I end up in the kitchen for a long time, playing around with an idea or prepping for the next night. And with the pressure cooker still being new, and I had a pork hock in the fridge, I figured I would pressure cook it and see what I could do with it. I ended up rolling the cooked meat and into a log with glad and then the next night cutting it up and frying it. This was a bit of a political statement in the blog about lard and its awesomeness. And it also was a 3-dayer of 12 hours of curing, and then 12 hours of cooking at 90 degrees, and then 12 hours of pressing it. and then frying it and roasting it. Now, I fell in love with this one when I first read it. It is a foot on a plate, and my partner had a hard time with it. But I learned how to debone a trotter, but it's a pork trotter which has slowly been cooked and in red wine and stuffed. So this was being Shrove Tuesday. I probably thought to make pancakes, and I thought dosa would fit the bill, being an Indian pancake. I didn't know how to make them, but when I found out it would take me 3 days of fermenting lentils and rice, it didn't stop me. There are a lot of practice dosa and a lot of spoon. And this is a surefire way to piss off everyone you live with. Make kimchi twice, back to back. 12 days of fermenting cabbage in your house is enough to drive anyone to divorce or dumping you. I don't really do dessert a whole lot, but this was a kind of birthday treat that I made. It's a white chocolate cannelloni. I only made it because I had read about making white chocolate into a flexible kind of sheet that I could roll around, and I thought, well, I have locust bean gum, so why not? So, U's not always complicated when I'm trying out things, and just rediscovering simple stuff like making pasta and just how straightforward it is has really kind of inspired me to pursue different ideas. And it's not all kind of convoluted, drawn out, big effort cooking I do at home. I do manage to do it simple and quick, but I do like to try new things, and it's always better to try something new and fail at it miserably than not to try it at all.